Hey, are you single? I'm not asking like that. I'm just asking, are you single? Because if you're single, then it's kind of a hard world out here, isn't it? There's lots of stuff going on. Dating is crazy. Swipe left, swipe right. What's going on with living single right now? I want to help you, if I can, for a second on how to have purpose in living single. One of the reasons why it's hard to have purpose in our single life is because we have been told so many lies about singleness, haven't we? We've been told that marriage equals maturity, right? We've been told that if you're single, it just means you're going to be alone for the rest of your life. And we've even been told that if you're single, it's probably because you're damaged goods. We've been told these lies about what it means to be single, and the problem is we've believed many of them, and we have forgotten that there's actually a God in heaven that cares about your singleness. Isn't that crazy? You know, one of the hard things about being single is that there's this huge stumbling block to being single. You know what it is? It's sex. Can we just go there? The call that God has on your life as someone who's single is the big C word, celibacy, okay? It sounds like an S word, but it's not. It's celibacy. And so why that's difficult for us, because we have these desires. And so what we often do in our singleness, instead of going for what God has for us in our lives, we swipe right, we shack up, or we settle for less, don't we? We settle for less than what God has planned for you, the purpose for your singleness. And so in our singleness, we need to avoid sexual temptation, because it's going to trip us up in finding what God's purpose for us in our singleness is. How we avoid sexual temptation in our singleness is 4 quick ways. We run from temptation. We don't cuddle up with it. We sprint away from it. We consider the future. What is this act now going to mean for me in the future? One of my favorites, we mind our own business, which means you may get married in the future. And that person you're thinking about swiping right on, they will probably get married in the future too. And what you don't want to do is get yourself involved in their future business, and you don't want them involved in your potential future business. So you got to mind your own business. And remember, fourthly, that nothing is really done in secret. We think a lot of times that the sexual temptation we fall into is secret, but the reality is that God sees everything. It may be secret to the people around us, but we know, and God knows what's really going on in our singleness. And so the good news is God has a plan for your singleness. The beautiful thing about your singleness is God has planned it to be simple. Maybe you've complicated it with drama and different things, but God's plan for your singleness is simplicity. You see, when you get married, you bring someone else's whole Google Calendar into your life, okay? But your singleness is supposed to be marked by the simplicity by which you can live, that you can make decisions simply. You can use your time in simple ways, but this only happens if you're seeking God in your singleness. If you're seeking God in your singleness, the way to do that is really quick. You can seek God in your singleness in 4 really simple ways. You want to know and enjoy God in your singleness. You want to not just learn more facts about Him, but learn more about who He is and what He wants for you and how to enjoy Him. So if you don't know how to enjoy God in your singleness, you're going to be looking for all different kinds of things, a spouse and kids, to satisfy you in a way that only God can. You got to find meaningful friends in your singleness, not just turn up friends, but turn the page of the Bible friends. You got to find meaningful friends that are pointing you to Jesus. You got to discover your purpose. You get to focus on what has God made me for in this life, and that leads you to making a difference in the world around you. And the last thing I want to leave you with in your season of singleness is you got to celebrate your season. Don't look past where you're at right now. Settle into this season of singleness and milk it for everything that God is going to give you right now. If you want more resources about how to live a single life, click on the link below for a full message. Love you guys.